So you're a hungry little bastard and you're always craving unhealthy shit. Let's talk about it. Today, ladies and gents, today is the big day. We are talking about why the you love unhealthy food. Why the love healthy food? Who can tell ya? I can. Simply speaking, it has a lot to do with like your gut health, so your gut flora, your gut microbiome. Nice little buzzword of the last 5 to 10 years. If that is in a place where it is used to sugar and craving sugar and that sort of stuff, it is going to be pretty hard, or it's going to be challenging to break that cycle of cutting out junk food completely. That's why you have people who like do it for a couple of days and then they're like, one, it has something to do with like a calorie deficit, but two, that addiction is more than just a mental thing. It is a physical bodily thing. A few ways to combat your likelihood of having unhealthy food. Number one is cutting down and not eliminating. So making sure if you really like unhealthy food and you're gung-ho on having, I don't know, a block of chocolate every night or McDonald's or whatever it is, don't cut it out completely. Keep it in your diet somewhat and taper off. I'll give you an example of what I did to help me with my ice cream addiction. Love ice cream, always will. Went through a period of like 3 to 6 months where I was having ice cream every day. I'm not against it. It was a couple of like 2 little magnums a day, but it started to turn to like 3, 4, and it was like 1,000 calories of ice cream every day. I was still losing weight during that time, so I wasn't too fast. However, it started to work against me when I started having 5 or 6 a day, and that was for like a couple of weeks. And I was making progress, but not as much as I'd like, because I was still in a calorie deficit. And so what I did was I switched to something a little bit sugary, but a bit slower digesting, that sort of stuff. I switched to a yogurt base, they call them like a Chobani flip. It has like chocolate chunks in there, some biscuits, and it's like in a yogurt thing, and off you go. So if you make something like switch from pure sugar to then like midway, and now all that's in my fridge is yogurt. Amazing. I have some Biscoff in the cupboard, and so I'll have like a teaspoon of that if I'm craving something really, really crappy. However, for the most part, that is where my diet's changed. So I implore you guys to do the same sort of tactic. However that sort of works in your life. If you're finding that, you know, let's say you go to McDonald's and you love their large meals or whatever it is, taper down to a medium, and that is a golden rule. You can't have anything more than a medium or a large. Taper down to a large if you have a meal, and then eventually work down to just a burger. And that's really gonna help you, one, lose weight a lot quicker, because you're just getting rid of calories that aren't gonna keep you fuller in like the fries and the drink and that sort of stuff. Two, you're less likely to frequent McDonald's, which is a higher calorie destination for food, versus your house. Probably gonna cook lower calorie food at home versus McDonald's. Let's just face facts. So it's all of that sort of stuff combined. Now that is what I find is like the best advice I can give you for quitting junk food or getting rid of unhealthy food, is tapering off mindfully and progressively each week. As opposed to like, yeah, I think I'm eating a bit less. Like you have to be eating less junk food week by week and taking active steps to get there. So I hope this video has helped, guys. If you like it, please follow me on, subscribe to me on YouTube, or follow me on Instagram at the 12kg coach or Riz Fitness. But if you like tips and you want to have more of these, leave a comment below and give us a follow. Cheers.